I'm here with John Burnett from New York, who is the name in New York you have not heard in the media. You've heard a lot about his opponent for control of New York, Eliot Spitzer. John, why do you think the media has been talking a lot about Mr. Spitzer, but I haven't seen your picture on the news? Why do you think that might be?
Well, in New York, as you may or may not know, Democrats have a 6-to-1 advantage. So I think they have a predisposition to give Democratic candidates the majority of airtime, majority of press, both in media as well as written form. However, what I've seen over the last couple of weeks, and I expect after the Democratic primary, is to receive more attention. That way I can get my platform out, what I want to do, who I am, so that way the voters can actually make an informed decision whether they want to go with a disgraced governor or a rising star to be a new face in New York City.
People forget that. People think, oh, controller of New York, that's a small office. But there is literally hundreds of millions of dollars that are run by that office. As a person with a background in finances, I would think that's a perfect fit.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing up that point. I think it's time for someone with investment experience, fiscal discipline, to actually run and get elected in that position. As you stated, the pension funds is about $140 billion, and we have $68 billion that's managed on an annualized basis. And all the contracts that come through New York City and signed off by the mayor are registered and reviewed by the comptroller's office. And I'm in a unique position with auditing experience to make sure that we can weed out wasteful spending and fraud.
Given the story of the Clinton Foundation, which raked in millions and managed deficit as high as you can see, how important is it to just the idea of balancing a budget? It seems that whenever you say balancing a budget, people think it's a pie-in-the-sky thing. Is it something that can be done properly?
Absolutely. It takes a person with the specific discipline and skill set to know how to balance a budget. We cannot continue the rise in debt. For an example, our debt has increased by 86% over the last 10 years. 86%. And now, fine, we actually refinance, experience $200 million in cost savings from debt expense. However, if we rely on issuing debt to close the fiscal gap in an inflationary market, that's damaging to the budget in and of itself. We spend $6 billion a year just on interest expense.
And that's huge.
Now imagine if interest rates rise 10, 20, 30%.
That's right. We've been lucky because the interest rates have been artificially low.
But we can't survive on luck. We survive on fiscal discipline and prudent investment. Make sure that the pension fund is self-sustaining. Because if not, we have to do like we did last year, write an $8 billion check to the pension fund using taxpayer dollars. We can't continue that.
And John, speaking of dollars, if people want to contribute to your campaign, where can they go online?
Thanks for asking. www.johnburnett2013.com.
John Burnett running for controller of New York. Thank you very much for your time and good luck.